We're going to get into this. We're going to get into, I believe it's Sade Carlina Robinson. 19 years old. She was killed and dismembered by 33-year-old Maxwell Anderson, who apparently comes from a wealthy family, but was a bartender at the time of her meeting him. I want y'all to understand that within 48 hours of her meeting this guy, she met him at a bar. They go on a date the next day. Okay? With a guy who looks like a meth head. And somehow she ended up back at his house. Willingly, because I guess there was a neighbor with a camera that saw the both of them go into his house. And apparently, we're going to get into this, according to police, this guy has a sex dungeon in his house. Shout out to everybody that's here. Hold on, let me see who's here. I want to shout out everybody that's here. Thank y'all for being here. The reason why, because this easily could have been a video, but the reason why I'm going live is because I have to speak about the nonsense, the propaganda that has been pushed upon black men. You got melanated heifers running their mouths, trying to blame everybody else except for the fact that this young lady decided to go to a guy's house who looks like a meth head. The guy looks like he cooks it up in his kitchen. She gives this guy her number. They go on a date the next day. That's, and listen. This is not a live stream to disparage this young lady. She shouldn't have lost her life. Her family is grieving. But once again, we see a scenario where a young lady was very trusting of a guy she just met. And we got to ask ourselves why. Look at YouTube. Look at how brainwashed these heifers are on YouTube. Blaming everybody else for what happened. Black men ain't have nothing to do with this. You heifers are idiotic and you're stupid for even implying that. And that's why you're lonely now. That's why you don't have any love in your life. If you're going to sit here and blame black men for why this happened, you are a fucking loser. Okay? You're a loser. All right? You're not as intelligent as you think you are. You're a bitter, broken person that needs therapy. Now, let's see who's here. Brian, Terrence, K. Nicole, Mark, Kenny, Sydney, Cultural Kev, Charm, XL Pro, Christopher, Izargon was good. Fred the Jammer, Jonathan, Just the King, Latasha, Desara, Ryan, Ryuga, Devon, Be Fierce, Zoe, Marley, KYX Limitless, Maverick G, Rich Franklin, Jean Marie, Rochester, Dwayne. So a lot of my regulars, what's good? Yeah, Be Fierce. They want to blame black men. This is the go-to for these heifers. That's why their life sucks. Let me tell you heifers something. This is a dose of reality. All you have is black men. I don't care what you may think or believe, but the honest truth is all you got is black men. Nobody else is going to have your back. And let me tell you this. I look at everything that's going on in the world. There are white men in other countries that can't protect their own women. What the fuck makes you think they're going to protect you? I just want you to understand that. All we have is each other. I've seen videos of non-black men close hand, clenched fists, punching black women, treating them like they black men. And y'all are out here spewing nonsense. You're listening to broken, idiotic heifers who don't know what they're talking about. They're not very intelligent. They're very stupid. And they're trying to make you believe that black men are your enemy. I've had my issues with black women. I would never believe that white women are my ally or my friend. I will never turn to a white woman to help me for anything. See, that's the difference between me and y'all. I understand that there are melanated heifers who really ain't worth it. A lot of, I don't say a lot, but there are melanated women that are clowns who are idiotic, but I know what type of woman that is. You will never see me get on this platform and say we need to segregate ourselves from black women. I think that's very idiotic. But you hear that from you No. You listen to women tell y'all this. Understand this. If you don't have black men there for you, who gonna be there for you? This is what I want to know. And y'all getting on here, and we have stories about this right here. This 19-year-old black female. Why is she at a bar? I have no idea. You should never allow 19-year-olds in bars. She actually went on a date with this guy who, again, looks like he cooks up meth in his back shed. And they met the next day. They met up. They got into her car. They went to a bar. And I guess sat and drank for 3 hours. Then she went back to his house with the sex dungeon. She didn't know that. And not only did he kill her, he dismembered her and spread her remains into different locations. But you got women on this black women on this platform telling you that you need to segregate yourselves from black men. What's good, General Washer? Kathy, what's up? Make sure y'all like the stream. Let's get the likes up, people. I'm just tired of the stupidity. There's a lot of stupid people out here, and they claim they're educated. None of you are educated. You're dumb people. And you heifers who are on this platform pushing this bullshit, you're dumb. Shout out to Devon.
You divestors are on the 3 o'clock.
Appreciate that, man. You got, let me tell y'all this. Hey, heifers. Let me tell you this, okay? Y'all are really don't understand the real world. You have been brainwashed to think that Caucasian men are your saviors. That is the saddest thing I have ever seen. Do you know there's a video from a white comedian talking about how black women be approaching him? He's bragging about you heifers approaching him. He ain't approaching you, but you're approaching him. And he's bragging about it. See, they make fun of you. I've been around these Caucasian guys. I know how they talk about you. And understand this. I don't care who none of y'all date. I don't care who you like. I don't care if, you want to exercise your options. That matters not to me. I don't care who y'all date. How many times I make videos about who black women are dating? It doesn't matter to me unless you say something dumb. That's when I speak and say something. Like I've spoken about melanated heifers getting on social media complaining about getting humiliated by their Brad. Like, I don't care. Keep it to yourself. I don't care. Divestors are making y'all look bad. Yeah, this guy looks like Chad Wheeler. This guy looks like... Y'all know this guy apparently has mental health issues. This guy has mental health issues, according to news reports. Mental health issues. I just don't understand it. Like some of the stuff I hear from y'all, it don't shock me because y'all always think you can find better than us. Okay, fine. But this guy looks crazy. Like I was thinking about this story and I saw this guy. I'm like, what exactly did she see in this guy to make her feel comfortable enough to get into I think they used her car. They drove to his house in her car. What would make her comfortable to go to this man's house? Again, this guy looks like he cooks meth in his back shed. That's what this guy is into. And you were that comfortable to go to that man's house. And again, I'm not here to blame the victim. That's not what I'm doing. What I'm saying is mistakes were made. Mistakes were made. It's sad. And the family is upset because they don't feel like the police are doing enough. But from what I understand, they found some of her remains. We're going to get into the news report, but I had to go in on you stupid heifers who are on this platform trying to use anything you can to attack us with. Y'all got to understand, black men, they're not all of them, but there are guys that are, you know, going overseas or they're dating non-black women. They're moving on. If you feel like you need to move on, do it. But to continuously get online and to spew nonsense, you look crazy. Just like this guy, okay? This guy legitimately looks like he's committed some crimes before. There's other things this guy has done. And unfortunately, this young lady trusted this guy. Because again, she only knew him for 48 hours. 48 hours. And she was comfortable enough to go back to his house where the sex dungeon is in. And this guy is such a sloppy killer. He left all types of evidence in the car. Not in the car. Yeah, he tried to burn the car. They found the car. He had blood in his home. So he's not that bright either. I'm not here to blame black women. I'm here to talk about a woman, a young lady. She was only 19. She was a young girl that unfortunately thought she could trust this jackass. That's the saddest part about this. Now make sure y'all like the stream. Now, I believe pronounce her name Sade. 19 years old. She had hopes and dreams of things that she wanted to accomplish. But the worst mistake that she made ultimately ended in her life being lost. Her family still looking for answers. Do y'all know they're saying they may not have enough evidence to really convict him? That's crazy. It was good, Daisy. Make sure y'all like the stream. Her family is grieving. That's who I care about in this situation. I don't care about you hating heifers, pointing fingers. When I speak about these stories, I speak about these black women that have lost their lives. It's not it's never that. It's the fact that a young lady lost her life when she shouldn't have lost her life. Just like what happened with Shanquella in Mexico, that should have never happened. And unfortunately for her family, those people will never be held accountable. And those were black women that took her life. But y'all don't hear nothing about that, do you? Here they go, you know what I'm saying? Using this situation to blame black men. That's just totally just horrible. And it shows the type of people you really are. You people are broken. She meets this guy at a bar. Exchange information. They go on a date the next day. Y'all know the dating coaches tell y'all to wait like a week to contact a girl. This guy was able to get her to go on to agree to go on a date with him within 24 hours of meeting her. The next day, he ain't waited a week. The next day, they went on a date. So what the dating coaches, don't listen to what these guys saying. They say wait like a week, or you don't want to. You know what I'm saying? You better set that date up that day. That's what he did. He was able to convince her to go on a date with him the next day. And you will look at this guy and you will say to yourself, what does she find in this guy that will make her want to go on a date with him? Is she into white dudes? Is that a thing? Maybe that's her preference. I don't know. Maybe she had a preference for him. But you can't tell me that if the dude was black and he was, looking like a black meth head, that she would give him a chance. I don't think so. But she did. That doesn't mean that she should lose her life. Her dating preferences should not cause her to lose her life. But I do think that she was very naive. This man is 33 years old. Now, maybe she likes older guys, but you got to be careful, man. A lot of these Caucasian, not just Caucasian, you have guys that are older that have ulterior motives, and he had an ulterior motive. He was trying to get her back to his house so he could do whatever. Now, maybe she wasn't into, getting physical with him, and maybe that's what caused her to lose her life, because he brought her back to the house thinking that he gonna sleep with this 19-year-old black girl, and maybe she wasn't into that, and that's how this started. That could be what it is. Shout out to Devon.
R.I.P. David Carroll. He tried to tell us.
Appreciate that, Devon. Yeah, rest easy to David Carroll. Now we're gonna get into this article. This is what these heifers should be talking about, instead of trying to always put the blame off on black men, which is why they don't have a man. Have y'all noticed the women that talk the most crazy about black men don't have a man? It's because, either, they may have like this secret love of white men. That's why white men could do no wrong in their eyes, which is incredibly just pathetic and sad at the same time. As you can see from People magazine, it says body parts of teenager were found strewed across Wisconsin cities after she went on a first date. Suspect charged. Maxwell S. Anderson is charged with the crime, with the homicide and arson in connection with the death of Sade Carlina Robinson. Sade, 19, disappeared after going on a first date on April 1st. Her friends and family say over the next several days, body parts kept showing up in different parts of. This is like out of a true crime story or out of a movie. The guy he dismembered her and scattered her body parts across. That's crazy, man. Authorities allege Maxwell Anderson took her life and mutilated her before setting her car on fire to hide evidence. A man has been charged with the crime after the remains of a teenager went missing were found scattered in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and another nearby municipality. Authorities say Maxwell Anderson, who's 33, was charged on Friday in connection with the death of Sade Carlina Robinson, with 19, who went missing earlier this month, Milwaukee County Sheriff's Office said in a statement on Friday. He was charged with first-degree homicide, mutilation of a corpse, and arson. Online court records show. Earlier this month, authorities issued a critical missing warning for Robinson, who was last seen in Milwaukee on Monday, April 1st. The next morning, authorities were notified about a car fire near Robinson's home. So this genius blew up the car near his home. I told you, this guy's not very smart either. He's not very smart either. The outlet reported that the car was later determined to be Robinson's car, because I don't think he had a car. That's why they were in her car. per a criminal complaint obtained by Wisconsin Public Radio. Later that day, a human leg was found by someone in a park in, is it Kadahi? I think that's how you pronounce it, Kadahi. A municipality less than 10 miles from Milwaukee, the Milwaukee County Sheriff's Office said in a previous statement. On Thursday, April 4th, the Sheriff's Office took Anderson into custody in connection with the recovered leg and announced the case was now a homicide investigation. The office said in a statement police did not mention the possible link between Anderson and Robinson at the time. The following day, the Sheriff's Department found another body part near the scene of the car fire, authorities told the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel at the time. During the weekend that followed, additional remains were found near the site where remains have been discovered on April 5th per authorities, the outlet reported. In the latest statement issued on Friday, the sheriff's office now alleges that Anderson took the life of Robinson on April 2nd, then mutilated her remains and set fire to her car in an attempt to obscure potential evidence of the crime. According to the criminal complaint, Anderson and Robinson went on their first date on April 1st. They were seen at a restaurant where Anderson was a former employee. A bartender at the restaurant said that the two appeared to have a casual conversation before leaving together. Per the complaint, Fox 6 now reports. The two then reportedly went to a bar. Why is a 19-year-old allowed to in a bar in Wisconsin? Before heading to Anderson's home, the complaint alleges authorities tracked Robinson's phone, which traveled to the park in Kadahi, I think that's how you pronounce it, in the early morning hours of April 2nd. The complaint alleges, per the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel, police arrested Anderson on April 4th. During their search of his residence, authorities allegedly found blood in different locations, including his bedding and the path leading to his basement, per the complaint cited by the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel. So you know what that means. If they found it on his bedding, we all know where the crime was committed. A GoFundMe has been set up to assist Robinson's family and arrange a memorial befitting a princess, reflecting on the beauty and grace that Anderson exuded in her life. The investigation remains ongoing. Attorneys for Anderson listed in court documents were not immediately reachable on Monday afternoon. Online records show he has not entered a plea and expected in court later this month on preliminary hearing. So the family has a GoFundMe. This is the family's GoFundMe. If y'all want to go and donate to it, they've raised $48,000. They had a goal of 30, but they have they've made over 48,000. This is some sick shit, man. So the crime, if I'm going to decipher this, the crime happened in the bedroom. And then I guess after he took her life, the other things happened in the basement, is what it looks like. This is these are the details that maybe some of y'all have heard, maybe you haven't. When I saw these, I just couldn't, this didn't really have to happen, but we don't know. Maybe we'll never know why she decided to go to his house in her car. Maybe that was a part of his plan to make her feel comfortable, is to have her drive. Because personally, I don't think the guy has a car. So you got this weirdo. This guy looks homeless. and you're going to his house. We don't know why, but this is the third time something like this has happened. But this is worse because I talked about the young lady from Connecticut. She met a Caucasian guy offline. She had him at her house. She lost her life, right? But I don't think he's been charged yet. There's another incident where a black woman met up with a Caucasian guy online, and met up with him, and she lost her life. And now you have this. In both of those other situations, I don't think those guys were charged. This might be because of the fact that he was a sloppy killer is how he's going to end up getting charged. These ladies have to be careful. And again, I don't know, maybe she has a type, but the ladies got to be careful of the men that they meet offline. This reminds me of the video I did about the Jamaican woman who was a Instagram influencer. She met a man offline. That man ended up killing her. And I believe he dismembered her. He might have tried to dismember her as well. And he was on a run, but they caught him and they charged him. You got to be careful. And she had just met him offline. You got to be careful the men y'all meet online that y'all don't know. Now it's different if you've known the guy, let's say for years, you've known him for years, you talked to him, you decide to meet him. But if you only have known of the guy for 24 hours, you might not want to go to their house, and you don't want to meet up with them in private. Shout out to Ernest.
They always give these sick demons the benefit of the doubt.
Appreciate that, Ernest. Yeah, and I don't. But these things are happening, man. These black women are losing their lives to these Caucasian men. But here you got black men being blamed for that. I'm sorry. We're not to blame for this. What this guy did was what he did. It has nothing to do with us. She chose to go on a date with him. She chose to go to his house. And there's different layers here. There's still some unanswered questions. Like, why would you go to his house? Did he ask her to drop him off? Because again, they were in her car. So maybe he asked her to drop him off and then asked her to come into his house. They had been at a bar. I believe they've been drinking. And he finessed her to getting her in the house. That could have been what it is. But still, you got to be careful of going to someone's place and you don't know them. Now, maybe she's done this before or had done this before where she's met guys. Because y'all got to understand this happens a lot. You got these dating apps, these hookup apps. People meet each other that don't know each other. They meet up at motels or they go to each other's homes. And that stuff happens. But these two legitimately went on a date. Yeah, this guy is beyond dusty. This guy, you can see it in his eyes, man. See, I think I'm okay at reading people. That guy gives off vibes of he would harm an animal. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she just didn't see that. But you got to ask yourself, why didn't she see that, But she didn't. And that's what makes this case sad because, 19 years old, she had a lot of things that she wanted to do in life and she's not able to do it because of this jackass. And I bet he's going to try to plead mentally insane that, that he's crazy, but that's not true because the guy had a job. So you can't say you're crazy when you had a job. You were a bartender. That's how you met her. This is what people should be talking about. Instead of trying to play some played out gender war, actually look at what happened here. That's what you need to do. Her family is grieving, and you're using this. What's good, Leilani? You're using this to attack black men. It's crazy. This guy looks like he would harm an animal. He would harm animals. He probably has. He comes from Okay, what does it say? He came from a rich family. And no accountability in life, was a failure. That's why he was a bartender. Father was successful, but he was a failure. Maybe we'll never know why she chose to go home with this guy. Maybe she was into him. Maybe she, you just never know. Like, maybe she likes Caucasian guys. I don't know. But it don't matter what you're attracted to, ladies. You got to be careful. And I say this all the time with men and women. You got to be careful who you meeting offline, especially if you don't know them. Right? Now, I did see where there was a report and they said that, he may have had the gift of gab. Maybe he did. Because the fact that he was able to talk her into going back to his house after only knowing her for 24 hours. But, yeah, so we'll definitely see what happens next. The guy looks completely insane. Guy looks crazy. Now, I got another news report that I'm going to play. We're going to play this news report. I believe this is up to date, but we will see. We will see if this is up to date.
Of Sade Robinson. Now, last week, authorities arrested and charged suspect Maxwell Anderson in the death of the missing teen. They say Robinson went on a date with him on April 1st, the night she went missing. Now, her car was found torched and fragments of human remains were found as well, including a leg. Well, these remains were later confirmed to be that of Robinson. Now, searches led by family and friends are continuing in an effort to find the rest of her body, but frustration has been building in the community. Reporter Jenna Ray with Scripps News Milwaukee brings us the latest on the case.
On Tuesday, April 2nd, someone walking at Warnemont Park in Cudahy found Sade Robinson's leg. On Friday, April 5th, sheriff's deputies found more body parts on Milwaukee's north side. The next day, Sade's family went searching that same area and found her blanket, called police, prompting another search. Sunday, April 7th, family searched again and found even more human remains, bringing police out yet again. In the last week, family, friends, and people in the community have organized their own searches looking for Sade.
We just want to bring her back home.
TMJ4 has been to several searches with the family, yet no sign of law enforcement. I reached out to Milwaukee police to ask what search efforts have been done the last 2 weeks and was deferred to the sheriff's office.
Appreciate that, Jay. I don't know, man. That bar might be in trouble. How you got a 19-year-old in there drinking? Appreciate it.
So we went to the courthouse to track down Sheriff Danita Ball.
Do you have a couple minutes to answer a couple questions regarding Sade Robinson and the search for her?
There hasn't been any updates. Everything is being done that can be done, but the sheriff's office, police department, we're still working with our partners to bring Sade home.
Okay, can you tell me exactly a little bit what you guys have been doing over the last couple of weeks to try and find her, what locations you've been looking at, anything like that?
Well, it's still part of the ongoing investigation, but the places that were part of the complaint, we're still going back and looking, and we are just trying not to leave any stone unturned.
Okay. What's your message for family members and community members who feel that law enforcement isn't doing enough to try and find Sade?
Well, I haven't heard that they feel like that, but we are actively working the case.
Sheriff Ball says that's despite Maxwell Anderson, the person who they believe killed Sade, is charged and in custody.
All right, joining us still to discuss, federal attorney Zach Hutchinson and appellate and trial attorney Matthew Barhoma. Zach, I'll start with you. You know, this type of news to the family is devastating. It's not a surprise that they would feel not enough is being done. What can a family do in a situation like this to get the police to do more, to stay on the track? I mean, there can be a sense that, hey, we got the guy. At some point, we'll find the rest of her. But clearly, it's so important to the family.
Well, I think they're probably doing exactly what they can do, which is, develop some sort of media presence, get involved in that context, because, the police are probably going to do what they're going to do. they're going to be driven primarily by what they see as the needs of the case. I can't speak to Wisconsin, but at least around here, there's a tremendous amount of, well, it's just a deficiency in law enforcement. There's not a lot of law enforcement do much of anything. So I know that they're under a lot of pressure in terms of resources. And yeah, I think the media pressure is probably about all that can be done. They can complain directly, but apparently, according to the chief officer there, she said that they weren't aware of them being unhappy with the work that they've done. It's a horrible situation. I mean, it's an absolutely horrible situation. So it's hard to know what the best thing to do if you were in the circumstances that they're in, the family. It's just got to be harrowing.
Yeah, and I think you're right in terms of keeping it in the public eye. That, in many cases we've seen in court TV here, Matthew, is what keeps the police on point, keeps them moving forward in a case. And I can say this, the family was largely responsible for finding the leg that they did find. It just feels even odd just saying it. And at the end of the day, I think, you know, from that front, getting some closure and understanding what might have happened, I think they should consider themselves at this point very fortunate to at least not only have some sense of what happened, but also have a suspect in custody.
Yeah, and that's, by the way, that's the prize there, right? They have a suspect in custody, and I think they got to work hard to make sure that they have adequate evidence and that they're not muddying this up. But
see, that's what I told y'all before I played this. They may not feel like they have enough evidence. It may end up pleading him out. They even now they're still looking for evidence, which is crazy. They should be all over his home, I'm sure, and the evidence should be there, right? But hopefully they find it, because he could either get little to no jail time or get some jail time, right? He may end up taking a plea deal, because y'all know that these prosecutors do not like to lose cases. They're always afraid of, what if he gets, and the thing is that there's nobody else that could have killed her but him. I've seen people get convicted with less. There's been people who've been convicted for less, but even now with her blood and things of that nature being in his home, the fact that the car was burnt near his residence, the fact that he was with her the night that she went missing, her phone was in the air, they still say, we don't have enough evidence. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. I've seen people get convicted with less.
Staying on top of the police, edifying them, hey, listen, there's this, there are this possible lead, I want you to look here. That kind of urgency a lot of times I think really gets it done. Now that amped with the fact that there is some kind of public interest, that this is being covered.
Doesn't he look like Jeffrey Dahmer? Well, he's Jeffrey Dahmer-esque. But again, does this guy have more victims? This may not be his first time. You just never know.
I think is also, another motivating factor. But I mean,
shout out to Roland Curtis.
Sisters think that Sade desires them as much as snow bunnies desire the brothers. Blaming the brothers is a huge component of the Sade worship culture.
Yeah, appreciate that, Roland. Shout out to you, man. Make sure y'all like the stream. This is why I say the worshiping of non-melanated men is just stupid to me. Because if something happens to you heifers, y'all looking to us. But if you're pushing us away, then who's gonna be there for you? That's what I would like to know. Yeah, Jonathan Majors got convicted with less.
All the more to ensure that if this is the right suspect in play, that the right evidence is being sought after, so that a conviction could well come down in a case like this. Because I think there's nothing more tragic than that.
Yeah, and I believe they have this guy on video, at least her meeting up with him, leaving the place with him. Again, the last time she was seen, and a lot of times that's more than enough. And really, Zach, the only guy who probably knows if, in fact, again, he's innocent till proven guilty, but we're assuming that he's been charged with the murder, he would know. And I would imagine sort of working something out with him to let this family get some closure, making a deal with him. Is that
making
worthwhile?
a deal? What I told y'all, making a deal. Making a deal. They talking about this guy talking about making a deal. What? That family's grieving. You talking about they should make a deal so he can let the family know where the remains are. That's crazy to me, man.
Well, yeah, I mean, if he confesses to the crime, then presumably he would be willing to perhaps, also give over the information about where her body's located. If he's intending to try and fight this prosecution, then obviously there's not really any way you can publish that information without compromising his defense. So I think those two things are sort of intertwined. Maybe he could do what Gary Leon Ridgway did here in Washington State, the infamous Green River Killer, where he negotiates some sort of compromise in terms of the actual sentence that he gets in order to, in exchange for disclosing her whereabouts. I'm not sure if that's possible, but it has certainly been done in the past by murderers. So.
Yeah, that's what I'd be looking at here. Again, that's something that we'll have to see how this one plays out.
That's crazy. This guy could actually get little to no jail time over this. That's the worst part about it, is that he could end up getting little to no jail time over this. Yeah, we don't negotiate with. He needs to come to them and say, "Listen, I'll tell you whatever you want to hear. Just let's do a deal." And they say, "Listen, you're gonna have to spend a ton. You got to spend a whole bunch of time in prison, But if you tell us, we'll take life in prison off the table, or the death penalty off the table, right?" But I don't know, man. Them prosecutors may be looking to wrap this case up quick. You just never know, man. It's funny how y'all notice how when Meg Thee Stallion, the situation with Tory Lanez got convicted, the California's prosecutor's office put out that statement like they are defending black women. Where the state of Wisconsin has a chance to defend this black woman and her family. And let's see if they do that. Let's see if they defend that black woman. Okay, you have a chance here, Milwaukee, to defend a black woman's family. See, if he was a black man, they'd be trying to throw him in jail for life. They be talking about the death penalty. They be putting out statements that we care for black women. Y'all don't see that. Why is that? Why is that? When it fits a narrative, they like that. I told you, black men are the piñatas of society. Everybody likes going at us because who else are they going to go at, right? See, there's no agenda, you don't see, you're not going to see Wisconsin, the Milwaukee County sheriffs all putting out, you're not going to see that because it doesn't fit the narrative. And it seems like this guy comes from a rich family. Now, I don't know if he has a relationship with his family. I mean, the guy was a bartender, but I'll be interested to see what they do moving forward. But her family grieving. And it's a difficult situation. And I understand that that family deserves justice. Make sure y'all like the stream. Yeah, any of these idiotic heifers on YouTube blaming black men, they're not very intelligent, and they're white man worshipers. A lot of these melanated women online on YouTube that talk crazy about black men, y'all got to understand, they worship white men. A lot of them wish they could be with a white man. That's why they hate white women. When y'all see these women attack white women, it's because they want to be in that white woman's position. They want to birth white children. They want to be a part of the white community. They are jealous of white women, and they don't like black men because black men, they feel like black men are standing in their way. None of us are standing in your way, heifer.
It's not adding up. Why is a 19-year-old with a 33-year-old man?
Appreciate that. Hold up. Appreciate that, Jay. That she might be into older men, or he lied about his age. Either he lied about his age, or she's into older men. You got these young girls that like older men, and maybe she liked the fact that he was older. But not every older guy is, worth it. A lot of these older guys can be, can be like, can be on the creep side. Just because a guy's older does not mean that they are somehow more mature, because they're not. Shout out to Mozzie.
Jay, search for Brian Coulter Gloria Williams. It's even worse. This story should be poppin'. Please cover it when you got time. Unamused.
Okay, Brian, I'm okay, Amaz, I'm gonna look that up.
I want to know what the black women who think white men treat them better about this.
Right. Appreciate that, Achilles. I don't know where those white men are, because white men look after white people. They're not, look at conservatives. Conservatives are not out here to defend black women. They make fun of black women. They roast black women. Nobody roasts a black women more than conservatives. But here you have, and I'm talking about white conservatives. So here you got these black women believing that I guess white men are here to save them. Like, where do y'all get that narrative from? Okay, I'm gonna look at that story. That's crazy, man. Some people shouldn't be parents. Absolutely not. But yeah, I want to know, because when I've been around white people, like white dudes, they're not here to save black women. They don't they don't care nothing about y'all. They make fun of y'all. I told y'all about the comedian that talks about black women approaching them. Like, they make fun of you. You're a punchline. That's what you are. You're to be made fun of. These guys know they can get you whenever. That's why they don't even attempt to get into relationships with you. Wine and dine you. That's another reason why these heifers are bitter. So they come to social media to air grievances and try to blame black men for that. No. Don't do that. The white man worship is real. That's nothing fake. We've been talking about this for years. I don't care. I've cared less and less over the years. But when I see, you failed divestors, because a lot of you heifers are still with black men, but you're running your mouths, which is crazy. Got black husbands talking about they wish they married a white man. Y'all, I could never be with women like that. And some of you guys are so weak and so lame that you will be in relationships with women like that. I couldn't do that. A lot of you guys have no pride. You're just weak. And then you got the nerve to critique men for getting their passports and going overseas. Just weak, lame, and sorry. And I see why these women run all over you. And no matter how many of you simps try to fight and defend the bullshit that comes out of these women's mouths, you're still going to get checked and you're still going to get pushed out of the way because you're weak. And weak men can be pushed out of the way very easily. There's nothing strong about you. You don't have any convictions. You're just losers. And let me tell you something that really disappointed me. I've been going back and forth as to whether I will speak on the Fresh situation, Fresh from Fresh and Fit. I haven't really decided to make a video on it because it could change, but why are so many dudes siding with hoes, with literal hoes, with escorts? I don't care how hypocritical you think Fresh is. You will never see me defend 304s, slurs, none of that. I'm not defending that. She put herself in that situation. Say whatever you want about Fresh. I'm not about to defend no escort, no sex worker. I ain't defending that. Now, again, if you're a woman, you're a sex worker, it is what it is. You choose that life. But I'm not going to make videos defending, interviewing, none of that. That's lame to me. I can have my grievances with somebody, but I'm not going to interview a heifer or side with her. Especially when she's trying to put a baby on another man. I'm not about to defend that shit. Like, for what? That's Fresh's issues to carry. That's not for me to sit up there and play the moral police. But I'm not going to defend her like she's a victim. Are you crazy? I'm not defending nobody. Because it ain't none of my business. I don't care. I'm indifferent. But platforming the person to me is just lame. Why would you platform this woman? That's intentionally trying to put a baby on another man. Whether I agree with that guy or not. I've never been that person. Even if I disagree with that person, there's dudes I disagree with. But if a woman shows up trying to, expose them and put their, I don't care about none of that. I seen that and I said to myself, I don't even know if that's worth addressing. Wait till she had a child first. Then maybe my opinion will change. But I'm indifferent. I really don't care. That's why I haven't made a video yet. Because I'm like, why am I going to address this? That's for him to deal with. You know what I'm saying? That's for him to deal with. I'm not about to sit here and platform this heifer. Hell no. But, I just think it's lame. There are people who I genuinely don't like. But if a woman comes around making accusations, I'm not about to sit and put her on a platform and make it seem like she's a victim. So that's why I haven't really discussed it, because I really don't care. And I told you, I don't address YouTubers. Here and there. Because I have addressed Pearl. I've addressed Pearl. I've addressed some other people as well. But, let's see. Okay. Let's see. All right, let me get into some stories here that I've been needing to talk about, but I didn't. Let's see. Oh, here we go. A former NYPD officer is sentenced to 70 months in prison for assisting gang leaders' flight from U.S. after committing a crime. I think I might have spoken about her before. And she was helping her gang leader boyfriend avoid being arrested. We see it with correction officers. We see it with police officers. These women put on a badge and they will actively go and get into relationships with guys that are drug dealers, gangbangers, woman beaters, right? And now she's going to prison. She's going to prison. We have some accountability here, ladies and gentlemen. We have some accountability. 70 months in prison. 70 months. Can y'all tell me about how much, 70 months will be for her? Is she going to do the whole time? Now, this according to the Yonkers Times. Damian Williams, United States Attorney for the Southern District of New York, announced today that Gina, Mastrai? I'm just say Gina, a former New York City police officer, was sentenced to 70 months in prison in connection with her involvement in obstructing a grand jury investigation into the Shooting Boys gang and serving as an accessory after the fact to a murder committed by a member of the gang. Now, Gina pled guilty to the charge on December 7th, 2023 in Manhattan Federal Court before U.S. District Judge Denise L. Cote, who imposed today's sentence. U.S. Attorney Damian Williams said Gina betrayed and abused the trust placed in her by the NYPD and the people of New York. She swore to protect the public from criminal activity, but instead participated in significant crimes of her own by passing confidential information to a gang leader and helping him evade capture for the murder of a rival gang member. For violating her oath to the citizens of New York City and her fellow police officers, Gina has been sentenced to spend more than 5 years in federal prison. So she's only getting about 5 years. Is she going to do the whole 5 years? According to the allegations in the indictment and other documents filed in federal court and based on statements made in public proceedings, Gina was an NYPD officer assigned to the 52nd Precinct Public Safety Unit in the summer of 2020. A major focus of both the precinct and the Public Safety Unit was the reduction of gun violence in the area. Much of the violence was attributed to the members of the Shooting Boys, a violent street gang based in University Heights section of the Bronx. In or about June 2020, Gina began communicating with Andrew Doan, aka Kabbalah, the leader of the Shooting Boys. Gina and Dunn communicated through secret social media accounts and phone numbers and eventually began an intimate relationship. So she was already a police officer at the time, and she set up secret social media accounts. That's who some of you dudes' wives have. Some of you dudes' wives and girlfriends got secret social media accounts. And phone numbers eventually began an intimate relationship. So she knew better. And she got with him anyway. During which Gina provided Dunn and other gang members with confidential, non-public law enforcement information about the federal grand jury investigation into the Shooting Boys. So she actively got into a relationship online with a gang member. Gina warned Dunn and other gang members the federal investigators were preparing to bring federal indictment against the Shooting Boys. Gina also warned Dunn about the impending law enforcement operations, which enabled Dunn and other gang members to dispose of weapons and conceal other criminal activity before law enforcement arrived on the scene. In addition, Gina disclosed the identity of a cooperating witness who provided information about the gang to law enforcement. Armed with this information, Dome and other Shooting Boys assaulted the witness to prevent the witness from further cooperation and to send a clear message within the gang that the punishment for cooperation will be severe. On or around November 5th, Dome shot and killed a rival gang member, Victim A, as Victim A sat in his car at Cromwell Avenue in the Bronx NYPD detectives investigating the crime recovered security camera video. The video capturing Dunn's commission of the crime. Several members of the 52nd precinct, including Gina, were tasked with identifying the shooter in the video. In fact, Gina was ultimately one of several officers who actually identified Dunn as the perpetrator. Despite identifying Dunn as the shooter and ostensibly participating in NYPD's efforts to apprehend him, Gina sent him a copy of the video to his phone and secretly communicated with Dunn, I should call him Dumb, the day of the crime and in the weeks afterwards. Specifically, Gina warned Dunn about the law enforcement efforts to capture him, allowing Dunn to eventually flee from the United States. In March 2022, 10 members of the Shooting Boys were charged in a 15-count indictment on various federal crimes, including racketeering, conspiracy, and murder. Dunn was charged with murder of victim 1 and was apprehended in the Dominican Republic several months later. In November 17, 2022, Dunn pled guilty to racketeering, conspiracy, and admitted his role in the murder of victim 1. And on February 22nd, 2023, Dunn was sentenced to 35 years in prison. Gina, who lived in Mohegan Lake and is a mother of 2, so she has 2 children. This heifer got 2 children and then just threw it all away just for a gang member. This is where we at. And I'll tell you, I've seen so many stories of female correctional officers, and you're starting to see, women police officers getting involved with these guys because they've always grown up with a fetish for thugs. This woman put her career and freedom up there just so she can get with a thug. And now she's sitting in prison as a felon. Or I don't know if she's been sent already. She's probably been sent already because she was sentenced last year. Ladies, if you want to date a thug, don't be a police officer, because if you are caught, you're going to do prison time. See, if she was a civilian, she probably would have got probation. But she's going to federal prison, and yes, she's probably going to have to do the majority of that time. See, if she was going to state prison, she may only have to do maybe half of that. But she's going to federal prison. They're going to make sure she do as much time as possible. And she'll never be a police officer again. It's going to be hard for her to get employment. So that's where her life is, but that's the type of life that she chose, which is really stupid to me. And speaking of stupid, and I want to get into the story, and I stopped myself from going in. Let me say this too, real quick before I move on about Fresh and Fit. Let me say this. Fresh, you are a complete moron, sir. And I want people to understand that they associate Fresh and Fit's platform with the red pill. I don't think so. You're not going to do that. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about you conservative women and everybody else that want to say that they're red pill. There's only one red pill. Okay. And it ain't there. They speak on things from their perspective. Stop associating the red pill with Fresh and Fit's platform, because that's not what it is. Bro, you were very dumb for impregnating this woman. And I believe he's done this other times before. And this is why I say they're not red pill. I'll say this today and I'll keep saying it. They're not red pill. That's not what the red pill is. And I'm sick and tired of you conservative women, because I just thought about this. You conservative women need to stop saying that they are conservative, that they are red pill and all this. That's not what their platform is. Their platform is about making a fool out of heifers. That's what it is. That's not what the red pill is. That's not what it is. So I want to say that because I'm tired of people taking the red pill label and putting it with certain people when it doesn't belong there. It doesn't belong there. It has been bastardized and pimped to the point to where it's becoming a joke. But it ain't becoming a joke on my watch, because I'm willing to say that this guy and the platform that he is on is not a red pill platform. Stop saying that. Especially you conservative heifers. You know who you are. I just want to say this because there's a difference. I was around when there were real red pill content creators. It ain't been a lot of them recently. They've all either stopped making videos or they moved on to something else in life. All right? So I want to make that very clear. Make that very clear while I'm live tonight. Okay. Let's see. Let me get into. Okay, let me get into this heifer, Coyle Ray. Speaking of extra average, Coyle Ray curved Adrian Broner, right? I guess he gave her a compliment, and then her being the extra average, she's the same woman that's crying because men don't think that she's thick enough, right? She is the daughter of Benzino. And she basically uses Benzino to get press whenever she has music coming out. She'll try to dog him. Yeah, daughter of the year, right? Daughter of the year. So I'm going to get into this. Maybe y'all seen this video. Maybe y'all seen this video of Coyle Ray. Okay? Maybe y'all seen this video, extra average Coyle Ray. Coyle Ray is an average bony female that tries so hard to be sexy, and we don't believe her. So in this clip, y'all see right there, that's Adrian Broner. Instead of her ignoring this or laughing it off, as you can see right there, Adrian Broner is in her IG Live, and he says, be at my next fight in Miami, May 31st, at the Hard Rock on me with the heart emoji. Now, this is what she responded to.
Trying to bag me on an Instagram Live is fucking crazy. Like, dead ass. Get the fuck on. Okay? Gone the fuck head.
How was he trying to bag you by inviting you to his fight? Did he say he want to smash? Did he say he want to go on a date? Coy extra average Lorraine, whose career... does she even have a career? Okay? She tries so desperately to be sexy. Look how she's playing in her hair. You're not that sexy, Coy. Okay? And to me, you did this. You tried to clown him to make yourself feel better. But are you going to feel better by doing this? Because he could just move on to another woman who looks better than you, by the way. Probably has more talent too. You heifers love to try to embarrass somebody, but then get mad when you're body shamed. When people say you're bony and you have no assets, right?
Okay? I'm not interested. Like, that's fucking corny. The fuck are we doing here? I'm getting the fuck off. Go look at my post. I'm about to post my cover art. Bye, y'all.
Don't see that.
Try it.
This is the same chick that dated Blueface. You let Blueface hit, but you want to clown Adrian Broner? This is what I'm talking about. This guy didn't invite you on a date. He says come to his next fight. But you taking it as, oh, he trying to date you. No. He's inviting you to his fight. She's trying to boost her ego up when nobody's checking for her musically. Who's checking for Coyle Ray musically in 2024? She's part of that group of women that that has a low ceiling. That musically have a low ceiling. So what she does is she gets online and she trashes her father to get publicity, or she talks crazy about Adrian Broner. Say whatever you want about Adrian Broner. Adrian Broner wasn't being disrespectful to you.
Bag me on an Instagram Live is fucking crazy. Like, dead ass. Get the fuck on. Okay? Gone the fuck head. Okay?
Hold up. Hulk Mode 365 says AB should expose her just like he did Alicia Baumgartner. When did that happen, Hulk Mode? When did that happen? Oh, wow. When did that happen? Did AB expose Alicia Baumgartner? Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. Did she let AB hit? Damn. What you heifers do in the dark? She let Trippie Redd hit. They used to date back. And yeah, she used to date all these rappers. She's a groupie, just like Meg Thee Stallion is a groupie. She's a groupie just like Meg. Dated all these rappers. Remember she dated the feminine rapper from Canada? They was talking about how feminine her that dude looked, and she took offense to it. That happened weeks ago. I did not hear about that. Nobody sent me that. That's why I'm looking around like, when did that happen?
I'm not interested. Like, that's fucking corny. The fuck?
No, you're corny. Your music's corny. Nobody's checking for you. This is why in a year or so you're gonna be on OnlyFans, just like the rest of these one-hit wonder heifers. Which when twerk music no longer works, you're gonna be on OnlyFans. See, that's your future. Okay?
What are we doing here? I'm getting the fuck off. Go look at my post. I'm about to post my cover.
No one cares about that. Go try to post struggle thirst traps like you've been doing. Yeah, Presser. People used to clown him. See, you know, I'm dated all types of rappers and anybody, right? Like, you could tell when Coi Leray's about to drop some music, she'll start dissing her father, Ray Benzino. She'll start dissing him. Daughter of the year. This is the problem with a lot of you Western women. You're so delusional and you're so into yourself that you will take what Adrian Broner's saying. He said, hey, come to his next fight. That's all he's saying. He's not saying, hey, send me, check your DMs or send me your number. Let's go on a date. I could see if he said that. I could see, but he didn't say that, Coi. But you needed that ego boost. Because you feel bad. That's why you're playing in your hair, whether it's real or not, I don't know. But you're sitting there playing in your hair. And you think that you're just this, all these guys are checking for you. No, they're not. These guys are not checking for you. This is why, again, y'all end up with the wrong type of men, because it's that karma. The way that you treat people is how you're going to be treated.
Trying to bag me on an Instagram live is fucking crazy. Like, dead ass. Get the fuck on. Okay? Gone the fuck head. Okay?
Nobody's trying to bag you, though. What are you talking about? He just asked you to come to his fight. She see that check mark and she start feeling herself. This chick, let me tell you something. Y'all want to know the percentage of famous men this heifer done been with? This chick probably done been with like 87% of famous men, and the other like maybe 13% that she didn't get with are, guys like maybe an Adrian Broner. But that doesn't mean that, but there's other men that Coi has never turned down. I guarantee you there's a ton of these guys that she done linked up with. But to feel good about herself, she'll try to publicly curve Adrian Broner. But meanwhile, she got all these struggle rappers that she done been with, the Blueface types of the world, and Trippie Redds, right? And others. She ain't turning them down. But she wants to try to embarrass Adrian Broner, who I'm sure has made more money in his boxing career than she's made in her music career.
I'm not interested. Like, that's fucking corny. The fuck? What are we doing here? I'm getting the fuck off. Go look at my post.
Coi, why don't you go and post 5 of your hit songs? Coi, do you have 5 hit songs? How about this, Coi? Have you ever been wifed up by any well-known famous person? No, you have not. You've probably slept with them, but you've never been in a relationship with them. You think you can do better than Adrian Broner. Now, Adrian Broner has his issues But the man was like, yo, come to my fight. That don't look like he flirting. It looked like you could just say yes or no. Or you could ignore it. But you wanted that ego boost that you heifers are so thirsty for. Unbelievable.
Somebody post my cover art. Bye.
No one cares about your cover art. You're a failing female rapper in a female rap industry that is weak. None of these heifers are selling. None of them. All these heifers are Nicki Minaj's daughters or sons or whatever. None of them are selling out shows. None of them are selling music. They're all failures. Coil Ray, you're a failure. Use your father for promo. It's just sick, man. Just sick. Shout out to everybody that's here. Let me look up this AB Alicia Baumgartner. I hadn't seen that. Antonio Brown could be hilarious. Let's see. Let's see. All right, let's see if we can find her. Are you talking about Adrian Broner? Hold up. Maybe she feeling some type of way about that. He got cooked. Hold on. Just trying to wait for this video to show up. Hold up.
From Fremont, man. Stop it, man. You ain't from
this video. Try to make sure this video will work before I put on.
no Cincinnati, Toledo. Like, you ain't from no Cleveland. Like, hey, man, relax, man. We really know you, Alicia. We really know you. Niggas really know you. Niggas done really ran through you, nigga.
Oh.
Stop it, nigga. Sonny Fredrickson ran through you. Bunny ran through you. Yeah, Robert Easter ran through you, boy. Hold on. Dominic Doughton ran.
Oh. Maybe that's why she feels some type of way.
Fremont, man.
Hold up. He got this chick all over his page, man.
You
Hold
from
on.
Ohio, but you from Fremont, man. Stop
Fremont.
it, man. You ain't from no Cincinnati, Toledo. Like, you ain't from no Cleveland. Like, hey, man, relax, man. We really know you, Alicia. We really know you.
Hold on. Let me get this on screen.
Niggas,
Hold on. I didn't know they was going at each other, man. I may make a video on this later. I need more details if I can go in, but I got to play this video by AB. Hold on. Let me see if I get this on screen. Give me a second, y'all. I didn't even know, because he got her on his page. He got a few posts about it on his page, man. Nobody told me about this beef, man. What's going on? Y'all withholding this stuff from me?
You ain't from no Cincinnati, Toledo. Like, you ain't from no Cleveland. Like, hey, man, relax, man. We really know you, Alicia. We really know you. Niggas really know you. Niggas done really ran through you, nigga.
Oh.
Stop it, nigga. Sonny Fredrickson ran through you. Bunny ran through you. Yeah, Robert Easter ran through you, boy. Hold on. Dominic Doughton ran through you. Hold on. Montana Love ran through you, boy. The fuck wrong with you, boy? Everybody has some, man. Tony just wiped you. Tony just wiped you up. I don't know. Hey, shout out to Tony. I fuck with Tony. He from a Detroit nigga, player nigga. If you know what I know, just keep the hoe on the stroll. But what I'm telling you is this, man. When niggas been running through you, man. Quit playing, man. Stop playing, man. And now you teamed up with Bill, bitch ass. And now y'all want to talk crazy, man. Hey, man, stop it. Y'all better stop. And we got footage.
Oh.
We got footage, too.
Uh-oh.
We got footage. You be coming out doing all them good ass dance moves. Bitch, you can't ride a dick.
Oh.
Your ride game trash.
Oh.
What Bubba Double said? Trash.
Oh my God.
You from Ohio, but you from Fremont, man. Stop it, man. You ain't from no Cincinnati, Toledo. Like, you ain't from no Cleveland. Like, hey, man, relax, man. We really know you, Alicia. We really know you. Niggas really know you. Niggas done really ran through you, nigga. Stop it, nigga. Sonny Fredrickson ran through you. Bunny ran through you. Yeah, Robert Easter ran through you, boy. Hold on. Dominic Doughton ran through you. Hold on.
Hey,
Montana
what did
Love.
I tell y'all? What did I tell y'all? What did I tell y'all? We know who the now again. I'm not gonna call Alicia a hoe, but we know who get around. We as men, we know who you been screwing. We know. He know all these dudes. How y'all think he know all these dudes? How y'all think he know all these dudes done smashed? You see, men know who get around and who doesn't. They all sharing these women. And these women have no clue that these guys are helping each other get with them. No diddy. They giving each other game in order to get at her, man. Men know who the hoes are. We know who get around. We know who gonna give it up. Y'all late to that party. See, y'all think men don't talk like that. Yes, we do. We know who get around and who don't. That's how he know all these people. He probably done seen videos. Like he said, he done seen a video of her. He done seen a video. He done seen a video.
Yo, boy. The fuck wrong with you, boy? Everybody has some, man. Tony just wiped you.
Oh.
Tony just wiped you up.
Damn, Tony.
I don't know. Hey. Shout out to Tony. I fuck with Tony. He from a Detroit nigga, player nigga. If you know what I know, just keep the hoe on the stroll. But what I'm telling you is this, man. When niggas been running through you, man. Quit playing, man. Stop playing, man. And now you teamed up with Bill, bitch ass. And now y'all want to talk crazy, man? Hey, man, stop it. Y'all better stop. And we got footage. We got footage, too. We got footage. You be coming out doing all them good-ass dance moves. Bitch, you can't ride a dick. Your ride game trash. What Bubba Double said? Trash. You from...
And that was a word from Adrian Broner. That... Yo, this is supposed to be a serious... We supposed to be having a serious discussion, but I just could not address this because, I don't know what's going on here, man. Let me check. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see what else he has to say.
Dick, and you want to suck on my neck. Oh. Bitch, call your ride. Hey, man, all this dick.
Oh, it's a little vulgar. It's a family show. I know I did some cursing earlier, but, this is still a family program. It's still a family program.
Bitch, I'm not broke. I just don't want to give my money to you. Bitch, I'm not broke. I just don't want to give my money to you.
And that was a word from Adrian Broner. She must have put him on blast or some shit. Because, man.
Hey, man, don't hit that bitch. For real, bro. Don't hit that bitch, bro. For real, you don't own that pussy, my nigga. It's just your season, bro. Hey, man, don't.
What is going on here? I gotta look more into this because I don't know what's going on here, man. Adrian Broner, man. What's going on, sir? He put a post up with her in it. This is a post of her in it. It says, hey, Alicia, baby girl, if you looking for a trainer to take your game to the next level, there's plenty of world-class trainers you could find to work with. But this N-word Bill Haney ain't good for nothing but putting you out on a hoe stroll. Sell some B-hole F bruh. Get away from him. He don't know bleep about training a fighter. He don't even train his own son. And I guess that's Alicia, and I guess that's Bill Haney. Man. That guy definitely woke up on the wrong side of the bed. That's about it, man. Yeah, AB, yo, the classic clip of him talking about, hold on, I got the clip here. Let's see.
Up on the tables or what?
Oh, yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting cooked. Same thing.
That's a classic video. Hold up. Let me see if I can put this up. Classic video. Let's see.
Up on the tables or what?
Oh, yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting cooked. Same thing.
Up on the tables or what?
Oh, yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting cooked.
Up on the tables or what?
Oh, yeah. Same thing. I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting cooked.
Up on the tables or what?
Oh, yeah. Same thing. I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting cooked.
Audio couldn't match the visuals. I don't know what happened, but yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna look into what's going on with Adrian Broner, man. I'm gonna see what's going on, man. But shout out to everybody that's here. This is a very serious live stream. I wanted to talk about this, and I did. So thank y'all for tuning in tonight. I appreciate y'all being here. Make sure y'all like the stream if you haven't. And hopefully y'all share it, man. And make sure that y'all click the link. It'll take you to should have my Rumble channel. In the description, I should have my Rumble channels as well as my YouTube channels. But yeah, man, thank y'all for being here. Moderators, channel members, donators, thank y'all for being here tonight, man. And rest easy to Sade Robinson. And hopefully her family gets justice. So, all right, people. Y'all take care and have a great rest of your night, all right?